Hey guys, welcome back. So, between episodes, I was hanging out in the village on my island trading some fish, and I managed to tame myself a new cat. And I've been wondering what to call it, but I think I have the perfect name, and that is Amelia. After my little cousin, who I know watches my videos, and it's also her birthday tomorrow, so I really hope you have a wonderful day, and don't worry, I will take very good care of Amelia here. And speaking of taking care of things, we still have 1/4 of our hub left to sort out. So I think it's time we jump straight in and at least get the floor of this market done. So I know I said I was just going to do the floor, but I couldn't wait. I needed to build this tree because I just love it so much. But before we talk about the tree, let's briefly talk about the floor. So obviously this is our market area, and the basic design is just this almost grid of pathways which will eventually just weave between all of the different market stalls. And we're going to have fishermen and farmers and leather workers, and pretty much any villager that isn't in one of the other areas is going to have a space here. And I am really looking forward to it. And I've also got these 2 spaces with the grass for some farm animals and crops, which I just thought would fit into a market as maybe livestock for sale or just some local small farms for the farmers. But I think that's enough about the floor. Let's take a proper look at this tree. And I think I mentioned at one point a while back that I was planning on including a tree in one of the other quarters, and I just thought that this would make a really nice centerpiece for this quarter. I liked the idea of having a park right in this middle section, and I didn't want to just do another large mushroom, so I tried to make a kind of alien-y magical tree with all the amethyst, and I think it turned out really nicely. The banners definitely help give it a bit of movement, and I really like that there are areas where you can actually see the whole way through the canopy. So if you're up here on the library roof, which is actually a really good view, you can see the tree really well, and you can also see the slightly holy nature of the tree, which I think makes it feel a lot more natural instead of just being totally enclosed. And also, this is by far the biggest tree I've ever built, so it's not perfect. I'm sure there are lots of places where it could be improved, but I like how it is, and it definitely gives a good vibe, which will only be improved when we get the rest of the market in. However, I don't think that's a job for today. Instead, I really want to get these tower interiors finished. And since we've only got 2 towers left, I want to just get both of them done, show you guys round, and then we can finally finish that part of the hub. So let's take a look at the line tower first. This is the smaller of the 2 towers that we have to tackle today, but I think it came out really cool. So as usual, we have our lobby, and then we have a nice little bedroom, I think for one of the librarians, and considering the library is just outside, this is a prime location for them. This next floor has a very nice bedroom area and also a very nice view. And this floor is, well, it's a jail cell, although I'm not sure anyone was looking after the last detainee because, well, they're not looking so good. This floor is lovely and bright and also has a nice view of the library. And this one is a nice community space for all your smelting and crafting needs. This room is super simple, but I do really like the gradients of the bed and the general colours in this room. And then we have our top floor, which has an absolutely lovely floor-to-ceiling window with a nice view out over the lake, and I think it just generally has a very nice vibe in here. Like I said, this tower is small, but I really like some of the rooms in here, especially this top floor with this window. I love it! But we must move on to the final tower. The Black Tower. And this is an absolutely massive one. It's not quite as big as the purple one from last episode, but it's still pretty huge. So let's take a look around. This lobby is a little bit more squished vertically than some of the others, but it's still got all the essentials. And this next room has a very nice grayscale vibe, which is very fitting with the Black Tower. This next floor has a little bit of everything, which I always like. And the floor after is what I lovingly refer to as the bakery, with lots of ovens and cakes and a creeper that you need to watch out for. This floor definitely belongs to both a blacksmith and a librarian, with a nice blend of their professions. And then we have another of my bunk bedrooms, so you already know that I love this room. This room is incredibly warm and inviting with all the reds and oranges, and who doesn't love a room with a cake ready to be eaten? And this next floor is yet another librarian, but this time probably more of a scholar with their desk and lectern. Then we have a communal room, which is very well equipped for whatever you may need. And then we have another of my favourite rooms, the armoury. And I love using the armour stand mod to make the tools hang on tripwire hooks. I think it looks really cool, and the assortment of smithing tools makes this a perfect workstation. And finally, our top room is a very grand bedroom with another lovely window. It's slightly different from the last one, but I love the little shelf, and this bookshelf configuration is a little strange, but I really like it. Plus, this floor had a little bit more room, so I added this headboard, which I think adds a certain something to the bed. But that's it. We're actually done with all of the tower interiors. I have really enjoyed making them, and I like to think I've slowly improved with my interior decorating skills as we've been doing these. But we're done, and I think we're also done with the episode. Next episode may be a little different because I'm going on holiday and so I won't have as much time as usual, but I have a pretty fun idea for the episode, so I'm very much looking forward to it. But until then, thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!